The market gives us no answers on Friday, so now we must look to the overnights to find a path forward. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so on Friday, the market did very little to help us out, trading in a pretty tight range and basically flat for the day. Now we must look at the overnights to see if there's anything in there to help us decide our path forward. Now, the overnights do have a little bit of interesting action so far, but it's not quite enough to determine our path. And I'll get into that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so as I said, the market did nothing on Friday. It was a pretty boring day, trapped in a range. And so now we must see what the overnights are doing. They made a move down and have bounced off of it, and it's kind of an interesting move because of where it stopped. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute futures chart. And as you can see, as soon as they opened the market today, they brought it immediately down to 43.52, breaking our 43.73 region. Now, immediately when it broke that region and came down into this area, I thought it would be A of B of B. Now let's back up so that sounds less confusing. Remember in our alternate path Friday, I said we could be in line for a bigger correction if I'm 1 degree off, and we could be having bigger wave 4, which would take us down to the 4,000 region. Okay, so that would mean that this here, where we thought 4 might have ended, all right, would have just been the A wave of the correction. Then we would start the B wave back up, and that B wave is made up of an A, B, C movement. So this movement up to where the top here is, where we thought that was the top of wave 3, was actually A of B, okay? And then as you start to come down, all right, this would look to me like the A wave of B, and then you got to bounce up here that would be the B wave of B, and then you would have a C wave down towards the 43.25 region for all of B. So you would have your A wave of B up here to 44.21. Your B wave would come down to 43.25, okay? And your C wave would go up targeting about 4,500, all right, before then starting the C wave down towards the 4,000 region in a pretty massive C wave. So remember, all right, I know that sounds confusing, so let me see if I can simplify it for you. Each wave, okay, so this wave A, it was divided into 3 subwaves, an A, a B, and a C. This B wave that we're experiencing now, okay, that it looks like we're experiencing now, I want to back off that and let you know that I'm not convinced yet of where we are at, and I will get into that in just 1 minute. This, okay, if it is the B wave, will consist of 3 waves up. So you would have A up here to the 3, B down to about 43.25, and C up to about 4,500. Okay, but inside of those waves is a 3-wave movement. So on your B wave down, you would have an A, a B bounce, and then a C down towards 43.25. That would be all of that B wave. So when I say B of B, that's what I'm talking about. And then when I break that down into this being A of B, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so anyway, our 2 options are this, and it's kind of interesting where this stopped and how it bounced. So it came down to the 43.50 region, which was fine. But then if you zoom in here, there's a pretty clear, 5-wave pattern up off of this bounce. Okay, you got 1 up, 2 down, 3 up here. Okay, then you got 4 down and 5 up. And it looks like a pretty solid 5-wave structure. Now, how it reacts in the overnights off of this, whether it comes down and takes out this low or keeps climbing higher up out of here, will tell us what we're looking for. But, okay, as it stands right now, I am leaning toward the bigger correction being our primary path. I haven't made a full determination yet as I need more data to see how this plays out. But what you should see here is not a 5-wave structure, because this was the A wave down. B waves should not have a 5-wave structure in them. So it's a little bit interesting how they did that. The alternate that we could look at is we could say that this was all of 3 and not 3 of 3 here, okay? And wave 4 comes down here. Now, even if it's smaller or bigger wave 4, so for instance, okay, if we move this up, in wave 3, okay, so the black is the bigger count, so we have a 1 and a 2, and then inside of wave 3, we have red 1 here, red 2, and then we never get a pullback all the way up on this big move up until here, which is really a small pullback. It really doesn't qualify, but if you said, hey, this was 4 and this was 5 up here to complete wave 3, then this would be the black wave 4, and then you would look for wave 5 higher up out of here. However, the issue I have is twofold. Number one, when you break the 38.2 retrace on a wave 4, it becomes a little bit less likely that the structure is going to complete. If you break the 50% retrace, it becomes a lot less likely. Technically, we haven't invalidated by going into a wave 1 area with wave 4, but you don't want to see deep wave 4s. It's not conducive to a stronger structure. You want wave 4s to be a little more shallow in this 382 region. And like I said, if this breaks, it becomes less likely, but not impossible, that the structure is going to complete. So it really is going to depend how the rest of the overnights play out. I can't give you a solid concrete vision as to what I think is going to happen until I see more about how this bounce plays. Okay, if it plays as a bounce up to this area, 4,400 area, and rejects and starts back down, then it's going to be pretty clear that we are in the bigger correction, and we should look for a 43.25 target down here before a pretty decent rally that will confuse a lot of people, get the bulls back on board, and take us up to about 4,500. All right, think everybody having everybody think we're going to take out the all-time highs, and then it's going to reverse in a C wave that will cut the knees out from under everybody. So that's kind of what we're looking at right now. We're waiting on this to resolve itself. This move up off the spike low needs to resolve itself. If it takes out this high here at 44.21, then we'll have to see how it reacts off of that, but it becomes more clear that we have a 5-wave structure up off of this low back here. Okay, and then we'll have to watch from there how it plays out and see if we can get a wave 2 pullback and then wave 3 back over the peak of wave 1, which would give us a strong confirmation that this is the bottom. Okay, so that's kind of what we're watching today, guys. We're going to see how this bounce plays out. If they can take this up and start rallying it and take out this high, then this looks like a 5-wave structure that we can play off of. If it comes up to this 4,400 to 4,410 region and fails and starts a 5-wave impulsive move down, then it looks like we had our A, B, and then we would be starting C of B down, okay, that would take us to 43.25. So that's really what we're watching is this rally. If this rally can continue and push forward and take out this high and give us a 5-wave structure, then we start to become a little more bullish. If this rally comes up to the 4,400 region and starts to fail and come down, then we start to become pretty bearish at that point and think that the bigger correction's playing out. But the two peaks we have are what we're watching. So this 44.52 area, when it breaks, we are in C down of B. And this top of this 3-wave that I have here, if it breaks going up, then we could have a 5-wave structure in place that gives us a chance to rally in wave 1 of 5. So it will really depend on what happens in the overnights, and that's why I said I need more information before I understand exactly how they're going to take this market. But if you made me lean in a certain direction, I would lean toward the bigger correction, giving the depth of this pullback here to the 43.50 range. It's not impossible that we can rally and make this a rally in wave 1 of 5, but it's less likely given the levels that it broke. All right, guys, if you like the information that I put out in this video and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to get in my Facebook group. There's a link down in the description, so go ahead and click that link. It'll take you over to Facebook. When you get to Facebook, you need to get approved to get in my group, and all I ask for you to get approved is that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Come on over to Facebook. I'll get you approved to get in my group, okay? When you get in the group, all right, hit this announcements tab right in the middle. Scroll down. You'll see our documented trades so you can see how we've been trading overall. You can scroll down a little further and see our Slack channel. And there's a link right here to get into it. Slack is just a free chat channel. I'm on there all day during real-time market hours giving out market updates. I give out our buy and sell alerts. I answer all your questions. It's a very diverse community from the very beginning trader to the very expert trader. It's a great place to bounce ideas off of each other and learn or improve your trading. So come on over and let's make some money together. All right, guys, so key takeaways for today. We are watching for more information on this bounce to see how it plays out. If they take it up to the 4,400 region and fail, okay, and it starts to come down in a 5-wave structure, then it's very likely we are in C of B down, which would take us to the 43.25 area. Okay, if they take it up and they take out this high up over this 44.21, then we can build a 5-wave structure and have something to rally off of in wave 1 of 5. So that's really what we're watching today to see if they can take out this high here to give us a 5-wave structure up, or this low here to give us a move down in the bigger correction. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.